folks, welcome to the press conference here for our second race of the USF 2000 program. This event brought to you by Allied Building Products here this weekend. Of course, we have our top three drivers from the championship class and our winner from the national category, as we do always. A great day here, obviously. The track was fantastic, a little greasy at times for some of the drivers, but otherwise, with rain coming, I think we're pretty happy that we stuck with what we had. Obviously, a great weekend. Let's start off at the tail of the field here. Our national winner from yesterday as well, Joe Colasacco. Yesterday the national winner, but today actually went out and got it on himself. Joe, congrats on the race. Talk a little bit, just took that on. That's at the top right by the... find it for you. There you go. Now you're on. Talk about the race of it compared to yesterday. Obviously, you did find some speed. You said at the podium that you had talked to your engineer and actually made some change on the car that produced the desired.
Yeah, actually, you know, some people say a win's a win, but today's a little more gratifying because yesterday I did get a bit lucky, some contact up front. But today, we found the speed last night, and this morning we did some testing, practice, and it worked out for us. So we knew we had the grip that we're going to need in the race in the conditions that we're today. And I think the race, the way it got started was, for me, I got balked a little bit from some traffic, and it sort of helped get the car up to temperature. I wasn't losing any ground, so I wasn't too disappointed. And then once I got up to the first and second place national drivers with Luca and Scarallo, I was able to pick my spot and see where I was faster than them, and eventually got past. And ran some good times there in the middle of the race, and it was a satisfying race for me. I was really pleased with the way the car worked and making our way through traffic as well.
Would it be fair to say that this weekend and your improvements probably could get centered on the tires and your ability to kind of read the tires with the new Coopers and the way they handled it with the shocks packages, with obviously the new tires different for you?
Yeah, in the end we have to go back and look at some data and see where we went wrong with the tire selection yesterday, because I think we got caught out a little bit with the amount of tires we could use in the weekend and not being familiar with the series. We used up all our good tires earlier in practice and qualifying, and I think in the end we would have to do it a little differently to be in good shape for both races. But I think the other competitors today had the same issue I had yesterday. Unfortunately for them, they didn't finish the race, so I was fortunate, so I'll take the 2 wins.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you. One more thing I like to add is that the Andersons and everyone from F2000 has just made me feel really welcome here. First event, I'm really pleased to be here. And, it's a great proving ground for young drivers, and I think they should stick with it. And it's a great organization.
Awesome, I appreciate that comment. Thank you very much. Now on to another new driver here to come into the podium positions here. Timmy Magenbier, 3rd place today. Obviously a solid drive for you. You took, I believe, 3rd early, then lost it, then had to fight back to get it again. So obviously a great race with you with Spencer Piggott. Congratulations on being on the podium. Talk about your race a little bit. Out of the box, a good start in the 3rd spot.
Yeah, thanks. It was a good race. I mean, we struggled all weekend on trying to keep the speed up, and in race 1 yesterday with the new tires, I mean, the car was hooked up really well, and we had our fastest laps with the whole weekend. And then we went over to data last night with me and Don, and my mechanic Mike went through everything and said we can work a little harder in the keyhole and in some of the left-handers. We can carry a little more speed. So we left the setup from yesterday, put the scrub tires on from qualifying. And yeah, I mean, the car was just as good as it was yesterday. We set the same pace, and the start was phenomenal. I mean, we went from 4th to 3rd and stayed there, and then caught a missed gear coming on the straightaway. So Peggy got the draft, pulled away a little bit, and then I started catching him again, and then we caught a perfect lap car at like the right time coming into the keyhole again. Got a good run, 3 wide going into turn 3. And ever since that, I just kept the gap growing, so it was a great race.
Considering your approach to the season and just the approach of your whole team, your privateer kind of family team, this must be a very, very satisfying performance to be able to get on the podium.
Yeah, I mean, we worked so hard, and me, my dad, Patrick, my engineer Don, my mechanic Mike, and all my sponsors have been working really hard since I moved back from Germany, and it just went straight into a Formula car with no testing and no correct huge racing function. So we've been working hard every single weekend at the shop and in the track and testing to get the car better, to get our team better, and to grow and be bigger. And we have a really good family connection with everybody now. So everything that we do, we make a change, we go faster. So it's been really good.
And now you're going to another track you've been to before, and I believe won at before, Road America. Do you feel like you guys have built a pretty solid baseline now in the car, that you can get a better baseline than you had when you started the season, that you may be quick out of the box again at Road America?
Yeah, I mean, Road America is my home track. Every race I've been in there, I've won the Volkswagen Cup. I won there in Skip Barber. So that's my home track, and I'm pretty sure we have a really good structure there. And it's going to feel good to come back to Road America. I haven't been there for 2.5 years, so it's going to feel good and be on the podium, hopefully get up there and keep being on the podium for the rest of the season.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Give the mic over to our second place driver, Wayne Boyd. As I said on the podium, a similar situation, a brand new team, brand new F2000 team starting this year. A little bit of some budget restraints as well, not able to test at the test that we did have here in Mid-Ohio. But the Velarde operation just gets better and better. You guys are all working together, and of course today, another great second place finish. The car was actually really good for you again, as you said, great times. Not quite enough to get on top of the podiums, but another second place finish must make you pleased.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I can't thank the Velarde Auto Racing guys enough. From where we were at the start of the year to where we've got to now is great for everyone. But if we had been just a little bit quicker at the start of the year, and as you said, a bit more budget to try and do the 2 tests here, we might have been a bit closer to Petri to be able to maybe challenge the lead. But it's good points for us as well. And Spencer and Beach finished behind us, and can't complain.
The car itself looked like it was pretty event-free out there. Like the car was good, your race was good. Did you have any issues that we didn't see, or was it pretty much out there running and turning good lap times?
No, not really. The car was pretty good. I thought it was a bit better than yesterday. My times were a bit better, but once Petri got away so far, and then I just kind of backed off a little bit, and I was still pulling away from Timmy here, so there's no real need to go mad and sort of throw it off the track. The only one close call I had was into turn 1, trying to pass a back marker, and he chopped the nose clean off me, so that was interesting.
So otherwise, good run overall. What are your thoughts now going to Road America? Are you feeling like you've got to really start getting aggressive? Are you guys going to try some wilder stuff in terms of setup to see if you can't close back up on Petri a little?
Well, Petri hasn't been to Road America either, so we're both got in there with no idea what's going on. So hopefully we can be a bit closer that weekend and maybe challenge for the win. So see how it goes. But I just like to take the opportunity to thank Velarde Auto Racing, the App Builder, and Milwaukee Irish Fest.
Hey, congratulations on a great weekend for you, Wayne.
Thank you.
All right, let's pass the mic over. One more driver to speak with here in our USF 2000 press conference. Back-to-back victories for Petri Savanto. Petri, congratulations. As I said at the podium, really, you didn't put a wheel on all weekend. A perfect performance. The car was great. You were great. How's it feel to now be leading probably by, I would say, maybe around 35 or 40 points?
Well, first of all, that was a fun race today. The race car was quite perfect today, even better than yesterday. We made the right choices, and the rain wiped off some rubber during the night, and I think it fit us quite well. So the race was pretty good today for us. And when I think about the points, it's true that I have a pretty good lead now, but I think it's not important to think about that yet, and just take it race by race and try to do our best.
On the track itself, did you feel like the track was changed quite a bit with the rubber being gone, or did the guys do a good job making the adjustment on the car and it was still very drivable?
The difference was not too big, but just tiny little bit, which just for some reason our car just fitted perfectly for it today at that situation.
All right, any questions for our drivers? Mr. Craighead?
Sorry, Petri, a key ingredient to you winning these last couple races has been very quick on cold tires. What do you attribute that to? Is that some of your racing background, or really working with the engineers to get the car so you can really push and start there?
Well, I guess it's also background, because in karting in Europe it was extremely, the first 3-4 laps were the main thing, and that's where you made the biggest difference. So I think that's one of the reasons why that has been my advantage for the past few races.
Wayne, you talked about, it was a pretty boring race for you. From the outside looking in anyways, how hard is it to stay in a rhythm when you're just by yourself? You can't really catch the guy in front of you, the guy behind you. Is it hard to sort of stay in a rhythm, or is it pretty easy, especially on a track like this, which is a rhythm tracks?
I didn't think it was that difficult. I was just keep pushing because, but not too hard to sort of make any mistakes. I was just trying as hard as I could to what the car would let me do, and in the hope that that Petri maybe made a mistake or get held up in traffic, so I could maybe get that chance to get close enough. But it was never going to happen, to be honest. There was all the back markers were pretty good for everyone, so it was okay.
Jimmy, as Rob talked about homegrown team, what does this mean confidence-wise to you guys? I know you've been building, but this is a really big step for you guys, and you know, especially now you think you can really challenge for wins, maybe.
Yeah, and of course we've always had speed in what we've raced as our family. We've always grown and won championships in karting and Volkswagen and in some stuff in Skip Barber. And the more that we grow as a team and as a family, as the people that work on our team, also helps a lot when we go testing and just hanging out around the shop and getting to know each other more and getting a comfort zone of where we can go out and testing and go out and be fast on cold tires, because as everybody said, it's the first couple laps are going to manage where you're basically going to stay for the rest of the race. So after the last race in Milwaukee, we did a couple test days and really worked on a lot of cold tire testing, and that's what helped us today, was to get a good gap between the cars behind us and have the car hooked up for the end of the race so that it's not too tight in the beginning and then you're struggling with a really tight car for the rest of the race.
All right, Joe, new series, has this really helped your growth? As you know, as you said, you got a lot of race experience, but not so much a familiar car. Has this really helped your growth, coming to grips with the car and transition to this new class?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's 100%, because any time you can spend in this class with these quality drivers, you're going to grow and learn and pick up things. I don't think you ever finish learning something from someone, even if they're 16 or 60.